remember the Clone Saga from the 90s that nearly banged out this Marvel and nearly destroyed Spider-Man? Well, we're getting another Clone Saga from my boss! Yay. Okay, I know way about this one, but apparently we got new info about the new Clone Saga, and but it sounds very confusing and pretty worrying. Hey, I need a touch point, and I'm Spider-Man about to pay his own Clone Saga, yep. Now, do we want to talk with him? Well, as you won't know, I don't mind my mom. I did he's awesome, bad, he's amazing. Well, I don't like him doing anything basically a bad idea. I want to open the universe. So far, so I'm making a good judgment on my boys. However, with that being said, with the new Clone Saga, I'm just worried that we're going to fall the same trap with every other Clone Saga. It gets super complicated, overcomplicated, when they make it find sense. And I'm just kind of burnt out the Clone Saga. Like, Marvel, you can't. Why are you doing the Clone Saga over and over and over? You tried that 3 times. It always fails. Like, first time when the 60 was that's fine, that actually worked. 90 with a crushed up bug. Then Clone Conspiracy, Eagle Import, it's in a mess. So why did you put up my last? So yeah, this will be fun. Again, with the minute, well, you'll find out. So, do my part, yep, so enjoy yourself. See ya. Alright, as you can tell from my intro, you can tell me the intro about this news. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. According to an article I have right here from IGN.com, and I quote, Spider-Man lied by the base own Clone Saga. Yep. Even 3 decades after the fact, the Clone Saga one of the most infamous Spider-Man story ever published. Yep. Wow, that massive crossover made way by leading to people like Clone Ben Riley, which we know already. Yep. And paved the way for Ben Tickle with the Man Spider-Man. Many readers would just as soon forget the whole convoluted thing ever happened. Also, the Ultimate Heroes Are Born, but I'm not gonna tell you that crap. Heroes Are Born is also like the 90s crap that happened in the 90s. It's a complete mess. All you know what that thing was, it's basically reboot, basically, the many been at 4 and it was a complete failure. It's more Clone Saga returned to a new form in 2021, and this time my life is dealing with Clone Wars. To get a better idea what's in store with the Clone Saga Redux and why Marvel would want to revisit such a touchy story, turn to my wife's Spider-Man Saga Med, which he said, and I quote, Ahmed made it clear that this new Clone Saga isn't a simple cash-in on the notoriety of the original crossover. If anything, he is trying to ignore the baggage surrounding the Clone Saga, simply telling you straight away to search for Miles. That sort of stuff sabotages you from the beginning if you let it, said Ahmed. My job here is just to tell the best crazy, high-octane story possible, focusing on Miles what makes this his Clone Saga. I try not to get distracted by the hype, positive or negative. This new Clone Saga is the latest example of the way in which Miles' story echoed or mirrors that of Peter Parker. Early on, Miles was motivated by the tragic death of his mother, Leo. Oh yeah, that did happen during Bendis' time on Ultimate, which the rest of it, that thing. Okay, I got you. That death, I think was good, like that death. But then they brought back the Light and the Secret Wars, and it was complete crap the fuck. Trying to understand Leo direction is a complete mess, and I'm not gonna tell you that cover today. Also, my made deal with Mephisto and Peter Champion, bring mind the Infinite one more day, so when Trent 7th, fuck that. That actually happened to Champion. Here's the thing. That Champion story actually was good. That actually did that deal way better than One More Day. One More Day was crap. And I never let that go. One More Day that always story, and then you got kind of existent. I'm still waiting at some you got con, but at this point, I'm just gonna waste your hand. Did more. A man confirmed that this new Clone Saga is another example of that trend, even though the scope and execution will be markedly different. Part of the magic of telling Marvel story is not just the sense that these characters occupy the same universe, but they exist across generations, some made. Putting a newer superstar character to sell on the same pages a superhero legend went through gives us all sorts of insight into what makes Miles Myers. and what makes him Spider-Man. Yep. While the original Clone Saga was notable for reintroducing Ben Reilly to the franchise, Ben wasn't the only people who could clone the feature in a crossover. Yeah, they talk about Kane and Spider, so I don't have nonsense. Like, okay, here's the thing about that. Kane, I liked. Kane had the Wonder Woman and Wonder Fascinating. Spider side, you're taking a week. Fuck the fuck on Matthew did a stupid villain that Matthew cloning. He's a complete mess. If I took a Spider side, I would go pretty insane. And it's just a mess. Did more. My clone saga featured no fewer than 3 clones of Miles, one of whom, featured in the previous guide above, seems to have shape-shifting abilities similar to that of Venom and Carnage, while another decided more spider-like that than the rest. Oh, so instead of doing that, the whole basically with Kane and Ben Reilly, we're going to do kind of like the old clone saga did, which had basically one character who had, I think, 6 arms, I don't remember, Spider-Man because Jessica Drew, and some other characters, and one was Scorpion. Like I said, Open Clone Saga got weird, but we Open Clone Saga didn't know what it did more. Unfortunately, our man doesn't want to reveal much about the nature or origin of these clones before the story of history begins. Is it the Jackal doing, or the mistake figuring no idea successor, the true architect of the new Clone Saga? We'll have to wait and see on that front. However, our man did confirm the storyline built directly on seeds that were planted in early chapters of the series. Piece of it had been in the back of my mind since the beginning, he said. One of the joys taking the long run on a book is planting what I call seeds more than clues. Clues are things you figure out, seeds are things you grow. Our man had also planned to play for the work of art Cameo commented the story on this arc. Her designs are absolutely perfect, and her art dwells walking the line of power, emotion, and bonkers superhero impeccability. I can't pronounce that. Sorry. Is more. Couldn't have asked for better art for the story. Yep. And not that all in the show. But on today's show, we got a new bit about the Clone Saga, and from what I can tell, this new Clone Saga was not like the original Clone Saga. It looks like this one's got carved the same beats. Kind of. So it's not going to be still called the 9 Clone Saga, but it looks like they're going to kind of do that type of story with 3 clones. Actually, over there, yep. Yeah, they're all in the show. All of them. If I know, as you well know, I love my brother is a cool kid. Baz also is a really cool kid. Ready to punch a cool kid. However, I like Bob for one more time. Why doing it and him being Super 60 but Super 60 this is a complete mess. However, the new Amazon Man is a good story one. The whole Ultraman story is very cool. It's a good story. It wrapped up a lot of problems that needed to be addressed. They probably opening it back, kind of, sort of. They never get to explain it more. And it's very cool shit about it. But the fact that they were doing the Clone Saga, in my opinion, actually worried me. Why? Because I have all from the Clone Saga could be cut by the beginning. It was a complete mess. Because I have all from one kind of Clone Saga, it could be cut the fuck. None makes sense. It could be mess. And my God, trying to explain the story on this Spider-Man Clone Saga, it's just every nightmare. However, the one game that came out of Batman before is people are going to have to Spider-Go. Okay, maybe part of my all favorite character all time ever. I was Spider-Man all favorite character ever. And that I'm going to have to go with the from making it happen. I thought I was going to make it. I'm all for that. But we all know that didn't happen because it all fell apart more with bang up. Even what? The Clone Saga is going to be quite the fuck with mad, and we'll be all going to try to explain all this magic. The only Clone Saga I've always made is the real Clone Saga by the time the video was great. That I think the Clone Saga was done better. And Open Clone Saga. That's it. Everything else, not so much. But even point is, I have all the Spider-Man story to do after that. Why do my other Clone Saga? That's not a bad idea. Now, granted, for what I'm sorry, man, this is not going to be a cash grab, which, thank God for that. That actually is one thing actually I'm happy about. It's not a cash grab. It's more like a build up for months or years. I just I forget, but you know the point. So, that's the one they'll give out at the time of the clip. He was playing this story far ahead than the 90s clones I ever did. That's good. However, the one thing I don't enjoy is we're trying to copy Lost Peter story, but for mine, because why? What's the point? Why do we need another Clone Saga? This is a bad idea. I just don't understand why we need to do this. Oh, by the way, if I repair against him, so I know cool. In my opinion, I kind of like this one. This was pretty cool. And here's another clone, which that's a more spider-like, kind of like his spider-like. And yeah, that's about it. Also, we have people are buying video Marvel Ice, which I don't get it, but give me points. Point is, buy the new clones out. Some looks cool, some looks fine, but other than that, I don't know. I feel like this is a very bad idea. No, don't misunderstand. This could be far worse for Telephone. No, it's not really true. This could be a fast one, right? And this could all fall apart like the 90s did. But no, it's not. I think this is a good story in theory, as long as you don't forget what the Widow Clone Saga did. Okay. Because let's face back, ladies and gentlemen, the Widow Clone Saga, I think in the 90s, my music would be crossover because now it made sense. It was all basically knocked down for every complete crossover. And then the new characters, okay, every complete mess. And maximum cloning did not help either. So if all Spider-Man didn't fall in the same trap like the Widow Clone Saga did, then you know what? Fine, go for it, cool. Maybe you made a clone saga way better than 90s clone saga did. But honestly, I still think it is a bad idea. Like, idea was something trying to do. He wanted to tell it start with the clone saga, but I've already titled why clone saga? Like, they had a story to tell outside repeating Peter Parker stories. And that's what really made the most. Like, this is for more of a Peter Parker story up in my life. But then again, a lot of clone saga we did recently with people with conspiracy with God, but God almighty, that story sucked. So maybe this is gonna be good. I hope. My actually put in the highest thing, but who knows? Maybe someone can supply me. In fact. Because why couldn't so many people with conspiracy and we all our story? That story was garbage! That story was damn straw, that story was crap! It wouldn't be money, it wouldn't be people in the story again, and it's gonna be crap the fuck! This book was garbage, fuck that story! However, it's time to avoid that damn SWAT garbage and doesn't repeat the same thing like SWAT did, something like Bad Lady did. Then you know what? Fine. You want to tell your clone story about the Marvel Lad? Go for it. But please, oh God, don't make the same mistake like SWAT did or I did a Clone Saga, because right time with the Clone Saga story, it went to shit. And Clone Conspiracy is the final one to the problem with the Clone Saga crap. What's that do Clone name was my man? But like I said before, I'm hoping this is good or hard. I hope Spider-Man knows what he's doing. And for all I can tell, apparently I think from his word, I think he knows what he's doing. I mean, maybe the story to be good or horrible. Granted, it might have been the hardest thing I've been before, but who knows? I am hoping he does not repeat the same mistake like the Bad Lady of the Clone Saga, because let's face it, the Clone Saga is one story that not repeat. We'll put on the record. But hey, that's just my opinion. So until more information about the things to figure out what's going on, let's just hope the best, plan for the worst, and pray that God's things are gonna horrible. But until then, what do we see happens? Hey, every time I know what the hell he's doing, I'm like, some of bad what is, like, SWAT. But who knows, what's your wish ends? But, anywho, what to talk about? Actually, I wonder if this story could connect to the Ultraman story. Yeah, because remember, at the end of the whole Ultraman story, the Ultraman, aka Secret Marvel, went back to the open universe. So, I have a theory. My theory is this guy, aka Secret Marvel, he's still out there in the open universe. Maybe he's coming out with a vengeance, and he actually uses clones to destroy Marvel's life. In fact, I can actually see him be the main villain. I don't mean that's the case. Maybe it actually is more the assassin's plot, not the Jackal, because what's not bringing the Jackal about? Jackal's such a bad idea. Jackal's such a stupid villain. But if it is the particular Marvel, then I'll say I called from the very beginning, and I'm gonna say I called. I was right. If it's not Super Marvel, if it's someone else, then I'll be shocked. But who knows? Like I said before, we don't know how many things. So until more information about the thing with which ends. But anywho, I'll tell you. This boy, in conclusion, Marvel's Clone Saga coming out in April. No, I'm just kind of done with clones. Like, I need a break from clones, because we have done something that's Spider-Man not funny anymore. Like, it's Ben never know we have like Ben White. Okay, Ben White is gone. He's bigger than I remember right now. Kane is actually Kane. We haven't seen Kane with forever. With Goodwin and Kane as usual. So I'm just got better with clones. I need a break from clones. Ever since Spiderman. If you really made a part of Spider-Man, I'll be at the all 4 about minutes can happen. But like I said, for took a more invented thing with wizards. But anywho, I talk. This is for I know. Good thing. Actually, my life about the big own clone saga. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I'm more bitty. But I'm excited. Probably more bitty worried. This may fall since the 90s, but what wizards. But anyway, don't worry by my about the baby. The little clone saga. Pretty on kind of motivated engineers. Do you like it? Do you like it? Although, how do you expect my about the baby on clone saga and how things did go down? Pretty on kind of low. Also on the video, following Twitter. Pretty on Scarlet Channel, fun tip stars, push the bell, kind of sorry. Please like the video you can, and I'll talk to you later. Long live, my see ya. Bye, son, man. Wish you luck, man. And please don't screw it up. See ya. Well, on good night. See ya. Bye, Mike. See ya. Bye.